Now we're reading from Job chapter 3 verse 1. In this section, Job finally speaks and reveals his pain. Job was experiencing extreme physical pain as well as grief over the loss of his family and possessions. He can't be blamed for wishing he were dead. Job's grief placed him at the crossroads of his faith, shattering many misconceptions about God, such as he makes you rich, he always keeps you safe from trouble and pain, or protects your loved ones. Job was driven back to the basics of his faith in God. He had only two choices. He could curse God and give up, or he could trust God and draw strength from him to continue. Job was basically saying something like this: it would be better if I had never been born. Why didn't I just die at birth? At least I would be at peace now. I want to just die, but I can't. I wish that God would tell me why this is happening. So now, let's continue reading from Job 3, verse 1. Remember, this man hasn't said a word for 7 days. At last Job spoke, and he cursed the day of his birth. He said,
"Cursed be the day of my birth, and cursed be the night when I was conceived. Let that day be turned to darkness. Let it be lost even to God on high, and let it be shrouded in darkness. Yes, let the darkness and utter gloom claim it for its own. Let a black cloud overshadow it, and let the darkness terrify it. Let that night be blotted off the calendar, never again to be counted among the days of the year, never again to appear among the months. Let that night be barren, let it have no joy. Let those who are experts at cursing, those who are ready to rouse the sea monster, curse that day."
Job wanted the soothsayers to call up the sea monster out of the sea and eat his birthday so that he never would be born. That's the idea. Let's keep on going.
Let its morning stars remain dark, let it hope for light, but in vain may it never see the morning light. Curse it for its failure to shut my mother's womb, for letting me be born to all this trouble. Why didn't I die at birth as I came from the womb? Why did my mother let me live? Why did she nurse me at her breasts? For if I had died at birth, I would be at peace now, asleep and at rest. I would rest with the world's kings and prime ministers, famous for the great construction projects. I would rest with wealthy princes whose palaces were filled with gold and silver. Why was I not buried like a stillborn child, like a baby who never lives to see the light?
In other words, why didn't they just bury me alive right after I was born? How horrible. Let's keep on going. For in death the wicked cease from troubling, and the weary are at rest. Even prisoners are at ease in death, with no guards to curse them. Rich and poor are there alike, and the slave is free from his master. Why should light be given to the weary and life to those in misery? They long for death and it won't come. They search for death more eagerly than for hidden treasure. It is a blessed relief when they finally die, when they find the grave. This man must really be hurting to wish so hard that he had died at birth. Why is life given to those with no future? Those destined by God to live in distress. I cannot eat for sighing, my groans pour out like water. What I always feared has happened to me. What I dreaded has come to be. I have no peace, no quietness, I have no rest. Instead, only trouble comes.